guys, welcome back to a new video I should say. In the last video, if you checked it out, I talked about mother figures. Today I will be talking about father figures and my relationship with father figures in my life. I have plenty, which is a good thing. It's always like a staple in the black community that fathers are never around for their daughters and this and that, and you know, a lot of black women end up raising their child as a single mom or a single parent or however. But you know, that's not always the case when you have father figures. It doesn't always have to be your father. I do believe as a girl, I do believe the first person that should tell you that you're beautiful and that you're valuable to this world and that you're strong and that you're amazing and you can do anything you put your mind to, it should be your father or a father figure like an uncle or a grandfather. And the reason I feel that way is because I feel like once that girl grows up, she does not have to depend on a relationship or a man to feel beautiful or for them to feel like they're valuable in any way. So I do believe that is a father's job, but that's neither here nor there. Father figures in my life, of course I have my own father, and everyone's relationship with their father is different. Mine's is quite unique, but at the end of the day, I love my father, I love my dad, and he always has my back. I mean, it's very I hope the word is strenuous. I'm not really, it's distant, but it's there. And I know that my dad always has my back. He confirmed it a while ago. He was like, I just want you to know, I know you're best friends with your mom, but just know that I will always have your back and that he loves me. And when I tell you, when I heard that, I just cried. I was just like, I have a horrible daughter. But like I said in my last video, I am definitely a mama's girl. I am not a daddy's girl. I'm wholeheartedly team mom. But this video is not about moms. It's about fathers. So yeah, when he told me that, I kind of felt bad because I felt like trash. But I do love my father, and he knows that. I told him that we had a moment and it was just like, oh yes, my daddy will always have my back. Great, awesome. But then like other father figures I have in my life is of course my best friend's dad, and well, the two main, I will say, father figures is my best friend's dad and my cousin's dad. And my best friend's dad, freaking hilarious, but he always made sure that I was treated equal with my best friend, and he would always like take us out. He'll tell us that we're beautiful, and he'll like, when he's like introducing me to like other people, like his friends, or if we're out in public, he'll say like, oh, here's my two girls, and you know, made me feel like I was part of the family and I could always depend on him. And he always checks up on me like through text, and I'm just like, at first I was like, okay, I have his number in case of emergency. Like me and my best friend had our parents' contacts, because you just never know. And I just had his number, he had mine, and then there was just one day he was just like, I'm just checking on you, I miss you, how's it going? And I was just like, good for him. And I was like low-key jealous that my best friend had a dad like that. But it felt me, it builded up my confidence, and I was just like, that's an amazing person to have in your life that is always telling you that you're beautiful, that's not like wanting, you know what I'm saying, like not what I want you, like a boyfriend and stuff, because you know, boyfriends come and go, but fathers, that's your bloodline. Even father figures, they're you think of them as blood, you know, and that they'll always be there for you. And same as my cousin Claudia's dad, he was there for us all through like elementary and middle school. Well, middle school he kind of dumped me because He's my uncle, but the reason I say he kind of dumped me is because me and my cousin used to walk home from school in elementary, and then her parents decided they didn't want her walking from school anymore, and they gave her a bus service. So I was stuck to walk by myself home. So that's why I say he kind of dumped me. But it's okay, because he would pick us up every Sunday after church. So he dumped me, but he didn't dump me. But every time I see him, even though he's a family member, I always greet him by, "Hey, Daddy." And he's like, "Hey, baby, how are you?" So it's amazing what a father figure can do on a girl's life, because, you know, we always play around and say things like, "Oh, that girl had daddy issues," and because her dad wasn't around, she's a whore, or because her dad was around, she don't know how to love a man, or do this and do that. Sometimes that father can be very present in a person's life. It's just other circumstances that change the way things are. But my relationship with my father figures have been amazing. From my daddy, from my best friend's daddy, to my cousin's daddy, everyone has always been amazing. But the most important father figure in my life, and I feel like it's the best relationship that I have, is my relationship with God, because that's an unconditional love that will forever play in my life, because God is everywhere. God is irreplaceable. And even if, God forbid, I lose any of these father figures, he will definitely be there. He's there to guide me, to love me. And I know that I can just pick up the book, and I know what he means to me. And I know I can be a trashy daughter at times, and sometimes I can be misguided, and, you know, I try to stay away from the word if I just don't feel like hearing it. But then you get convicted, and it's just like, "Father, help me, Jesus, help me." You be like that sometimes. It's just like you cry to him, and you give him that good ugly cry, and you give him all your problems, and he just welcomes you with open arms. Yes, human fathers can do that, but there's nothing like the love of God. And sometimes I be forgetting that, and sometimes I can get impatient, and sometimes I can depend on mere humans, but his love empowers me and just guides me. And I just know that that love, that father figure right there, is the most important relationship that I have. It's what makes me me, you know. And I think that relationship is what helps me with my relationship with my actual father, and with my father figures, and even with my mother and my mother figures. Because if I wasn't a child of God, Lord, if I wasn't your child, there's some things that I probably could have gotten into or done worse in my life than what I think I'm doing. So yeah, so who's the most important father figure in your life? What is the relationship you have with your father figure? Comment in the box below. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all that wonderfulness, and share this video. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.